Hello and good morning, good night, good evening, good afternoon. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to rig. Beautiful day to teach how to rig. I know everybody probably doesn't think that, but well, actually, probably you do, because that's why you're watching the video. Or maybe you're just watching the videos for some entertainment, something to watch. That's nice. But today, we're not talking about, oh, how's your day? We are talking about rigging today. Rigging. So, in the link in the description, I'll have a link to this tree. It will not be rigged. It will not be animated. Because you're going to have to do that while doing the video. I know you're kind of frustrated. You're hoping to try and find something that's already rigged or something. But you're going to have to do this yourself with me today. So, first of all, just take this from a beautiful toolbox. It will not be called Detailed Christmas Tree. It will be called Virtuation. That's how you actually pronounce it. Virtuation. Virtual Animations. That's what it's supposed to stand for. So, Virtuation Tree. There. I'll link it in the description so then you could just take it and put it into your game. So then you can get started. So, let me quickly save that to Roblox real quick. Boom. Boom. Okay, so we have all of these beautiful parts. We have leaves 1, leaves 2, star 1, star 2, tree trunk. So, first of all, when you get this model, if you're making any other model, make sure all of these parts have different names. You see, I have leaves 1, leaves 2. If they were both named leaves, the rigging wouldn't work right, just so you know. So make sure everything's named different. We don't need to change tree trunk because there's no tree trunk. 2 tree trunks. There's none. So there's only 1 tree trunk, so you don't need to change that name. So we're going to start off with adding our beautiful humanoid root part. It's the part that doesn't move, so that you can make sure it moves right. So the reason why you have a humanoid root part, I figured it out, is because if you have every single part in your whole entire thing, your whole entire character, they all move, right? All of the rigging, and when you animate it, all the parts have to move so that the animating looks cool and right, and people love the animations of the character. Well, when it's moving, you don't say it's walking. You don't want it to end up going wonky or move left or right if it's like this. So you need a part that does not move. I don't know if this doesn't make any sense, but I'm just saying that. So humanoid root part, make sure you name it humanoid root part. Make sure they're capitalized. I think you have to make sure it's capitalized. If not, okay, but make sure. So for this video, we're not gonna make any character that moves or anything. So if you do, then you're gonna need this unanchored, but I wouldn't do that until later on in another video. I show you how to actually make sure that this character would stand right, and that's like not falling through the floor or sliding across the base plate, just flying off when it's trying to walk. You're trying to make it walk. So just, yeah. So make sure this humanoid root part is transparent. Do not make it can collide true or can collide false. Just keep it the way it is. It has to be can collide. Keep this true. Do not change it. And make sure it's anchored. I think I already said that. But we are now ready for it to be like this. Now make sure the humanoid root part is centered in the middle of your character. If you have an actual, like, looking like a human character, make sure the humanoid root part is like the exact same size and in the exact same place as your torso of the character. If you know what a torso is, I'm hoping you do. But so yeah, we should just get right into doing the actual rigging. we have the model already. So, to get into the rigging, you must go to Home and open up Toolbox, please, and go to Plugins. You could just go to the drop-down menu, make sure you're in this Marketplace, go to Plugins, and click on it. And now what I need you to search in is Moon Animator. Make sure you're taking the Moon Animator suit old. It cannot be the Moon Animator 2 or the backup Moon Animations, because I used the regular Moon Animator, the first one. So that's what I'm going to be showing you in this video. You don't want it to be any other complicated thing, or else you won't know how to do it. So just make sure you click on that and you press install. And then all you need to do after you press install is exit out of Toolbox, press plugins, and you should see Moon Animator right there. Or like if you have too many plugins, try and find it. So you'll be able to see it, and then there should be like a little orange thing that shows a little character. Don't click on that one. You should see an orange file folder. Don't click that one. You'll see like a moon-shaped thing, a moon-shaped icon. Don't click that. You need to click the looks like a welding tool, some sort of tool. You need to click on that orange tool. After you click on it, this easy weld will pop up on your screen. Now once you get it, you want to make sure that it's the parts on is cleaner. There's cleaner, parts, and model. Make sure you have it on cleaner. So click cleaner, and it should say all this, and it should say clean. But you can't click on clean because you don't have your model selected. So what you need to do is select your virtualization tree and press clean. So now what you have to do is click on this. Click on the beautiful tree and make sure that the humanoid root part has a little circle, a little square around it that's highlighted in white or gray, however you may prefer the color. But that means that it's working and it has identified and you're working well so far. So make sure you open it up and click on the parts thing. Make sure to ungroup that so we have it all right in front of our eyes to place it in the right way. So what you're going to need to do is look at the tree trunk. Look at it. It's beautiful. No, you what you need to do is you need to figure out which part in this whole entire thing connects to all the pieces and what part you think would look like sort of like a torso. So would be like the torso and the moving part that moves everything all around. So what I would do in the tree is pick the tree trunk and put it inside. So just delete all of these and make sure it's like that and put the tree trunk inside, because this is going to be the main part that controls all of these. As it goes down, it's like downgrading to see which ones control. So the humanoid root part controls the tree trunk, and the tree trunk will be controlling all of these 4 characters. So say you're rigging this and you're moving the tree trunk. It will move all of the stuff, as you could see. It moves all of the stuff inside. But then, you could also go inside and move this while the animation's going. And then, while that's happening, you can also make it move everything else. So as you could see, the tree trunk controls technically everything. And the humanoid root part, it controls the tree trunk and everything. I just wanted to explain that to you if you were a little bit confused on, like, if you're doing any other type of character or anything. So make sure now you go to the virtualization tree, click the plus, and add the humanoid. Now make sure you go into it and you click viewer and press none. Then after you do that, make sure the display name is nothing, and make sure that health display distance is 0, and then the name display distance is 0. So then there's no name that shows above it. Thank goodness. And now I believe we could go to the actual parts part. So click on parts and easy weld, and this is going to be the actual welding part. So make sure you open up all of this, delete this weld, and now I know some people say after when you're rigging and stuff, you make it like this, you go like that, you make it so that the humanoid root part is controlling all of the parts and it has all of this. Nope. No way. Nuh-uh. And then they tell you to weld this stuff together. Like you take a weld constraint and put it together with all these. Do not use weld constraints. That is technically, I'm sorry to say, but it's the noob way to do this kind of stuff. It isn't, sometimes, most of the time, it's not going to work right. So what you got to use is you got to use these instead of welds. See? So what you need to do is when you're looking at this, you need to click on the humanoid root part and open it. Now whatever's right inside that you can see after you opened it, that's when you gotta press Control and click on the tree trunk. You press join in place, and that's how it'll be. This is telling you what things the humanoid root part is controlling. So right now, it is controlling the tree trunk. So what we need to do now is open up the tree trunk. This is what the tree trunk needs, control. So what you need to do is press tree trunk, click on it, press Control, and press leaves. Now make sure you're pressing join in place, or else if you just press join, it's going to move the part that you put together to it, and it's going to move it in some random place. So make sure you click join in place, or else it's not going to look right, and your tree's going to be like everywhere, and your leaves going to be up in the air, and then your star is going to be on the left side of the map for no reason. So, and then you can't fix it. You're going to, even if you delete the tree and then put it back, it's probably not even going to work right. So just make sure now that you do what I'm doing right now here and click on the right stuff, and then you close, and you close. So right now you've actually completed rigging the full entire tree. So what to do now is go into plugins, find that crescent, that moon-shaped crescent, the moon-shaped icon. There we go. Found the right word. The moon-shaped icon. You click on it, and then Moon Animator should come up. And what you must press is press File, New Animation, and name it EEEEE. It doesn't matter. Now make sure to add the plus. Press the plus, and now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to click on the tree icon. Click on your tree, the model, and then it should say and then all you need to do after that is press OK. Now when you are doing that, make sure it says rig. Make sure when you do press OK, before you do, make sure it says rig. So, yeah. So here, it's showing you that this is a tree trunk. Boom. And look what it does. It controls the full entire tree. So say I drag this over to this. These are like the seconds. Look, this tells you how long it is. If you drag it to the very end, it's 5 seconds long. That's 5 seconds, not 5 minutes. So say you drag it up to here. That's 0.29 seconds long. So you turn it around, and here's what it does. For 0.29 seconds, it'll rotate the way that I just made it. So it'll go like that. Now when you're doing this, make sure you press Edit, Animation Settings, then click Loop and make sure it's on. Make sure Loop is on. Press Confirm. So then when you press your space button to play the animation, it'll start twirling. Now if you want to do a full rotation instead of just turning sideways, you can try to do that. But for right now, I think it's like a nice illusion to make it look like it's actually fully rotating. So that's what we have. Now, the next part, open up the tree trunk. Click on the star. Now, like I said, the star can actually move while the tree trunk is moving it. So say you have your star right here. Make sure you move that like the tiniest bit so that there's a little blue thing right there for it. So now move it over to the end, and you can actually flip it upside down, use the red one to flip it upside down like that. Now when it moves, it does this. As you can see, it's moving. Look at that. So the star is moving while this tree is rotating it a different way, which would be very convenient for if anyone's making a character. So that's what we have. Now what we're going to do is now we're going to add that little slight rotation for the other part of the star and move it out here. And now we are going to rotate that star. We're going to rotate that star up. So that's pointing up like that. And now we'll have those stars move like that too. And you'll see that the stars are doing as they should. And the tree is rotating them, which is cool, I think. So, go to the leaves, and now I want you to shake them this way, like that. And then go to the part where the stars stop, and I need you to rotate those the other way, like that. So then it looks like this. And it looks like the tree is moving back and forth. So, take this and move it to the side the other part of the tree. Now, this animation might not look good at all, but I'm just trying to show you what this animation stuff is capable of. So we are now going to click on that, and we're going to move this tree to the other side. Boom. So now, as you can see, the tree is rotating while these leaves are moving. You could see it's a full-on animated phenomenon right there. I think it works pretty well. And all you need to do now is press File. Wait, no. All you need to do now is press space or whatever you do to pause it. Move it back to the beginning. And now what I need you to do is I need you to press, where is it? I need you to press, where is it? Aha. Go to Item, okay? And scroll down until you find Export All. It says number 5. That's like the button you can press to click it. So on Export All, I need you to click Export All. And then it'll show this. It had popped up. That is your exported thing. Okay? Just going to call it a thing. So now what I need you to do after that is press File. Press Save and Close. And now you have your little model there already. So, what we need to do now before we do anything else is click on your Virtuation tree and then open up Toolbox. Change it from plugins to models and type in Play Animation. This is my old version of the Play Animation that I used to use, but this is the easier and better way to use it. I still do use it in many characters. But yes, so you take the Play Animation, put it inside of the tree, just like I just did, and you must click on Play Animation, open it up, and click on Idle Animation. You see there's a little ID, okay? That's your animation ID that you need. So, that's where this saved animation comes in. So, right-click it and find Save to Roblox and click on it. Now what I want you to name this is delete the title and type in tree. Okay? What I want you to do after that is press submit. After it's done, don't press close. Do not press close. I want you to look at that, look at the little link. I want you to click on that link. It'll move you over to the actual thing. After you click on the link, you must look at it and you must take the little ID, which is the number that you see after the words library. You take the little ID and copy it. Then you can press close. Now what I need you to do now is go into the play animation, go to the idle animations, and then delete that animation that was showing there and paste your ID and press enter. Now remember how I said earlier you needed that animation to be looped? You do, or else the animation will not work. You need to make sure it loops and goes on a loop. So now we are going to make sure our humanoid root part is anchored. It is can collide. Well, actually, yeah, it's can collide. And then we exit out of these things and we press play. And we're going to see if it works well. Sorry about my old avatar. I'm wearing an old avatar right now. But as you can see, the animation is going and is working well. Later on, I'm gonna show you guys pro animation parts. So, yeah. I hope you liked it. Goodbye.